My first ever YouTube video was about this massive microwave tower in Peru, Massachusetts, where I grew up, built by at&t in the 1950s, part of this Cold War era military network. Well, apparently there's much more to that story than I previously thought. That tower connects to a massive 40,000 square foot underground bunker in the foothills of western Massachusetts, a few miles away. I didn't even know this place existed up until a little while ago, and today I'm gonna go take a tour of this place. This might be the coolest video I've ever done. I'm in the town of Chesterfield. It's amazing that all the trees are still mostly dead. It's April 19th. I think this is the latest we've gone without the green explosion. But this is a beautiful part of the state to explore. I've never been down these roads before where I'm going. It's deep in the woods, but it should be right up here. Look at this thing. Check this out, everyone. This massive building built right into the side of the mountain here. This is 40,000 square feet, believe it or not. This was built by at&t in 1961 for, in those days, $3 million. Is that right?
That's correct.
This is my host today, giving me a tour of the place. His name is Frank. He owns the land now. Believe it or not, at&t closed this operation down in 92, 93.
Right.
And he bought it right after that. Right now, there's a business operating on the upper floor. The ground floor is abandoned, but the history of this place is just fascinating. Like I said, it was built by at&t during the 60s, and this actually served as a nuclear fallout shelter for Richard Nixon's daughter when she was going to Smith College. Yeah, this was built to withstand a nuclear blast from 4 miles away.
Correct.
And chemical warfare, probably.
Yep.
And you hardly ever hear about this place. This is part of a network. There's something like 200 of these across the country.
Correct. It's part of what they call the long lines system, where underground cables came through this area, and when they reached this point, they came through this building, which was loaded with batteries and generators to power the phone system in the event of a nuclear attack.
Right, and this was connected to the Peru Tower.
Correct.
Which I did my first YouTube video about. It's actually the icon at the home page of my YouTube page, that picture. He's gonna give me a tour inside, but just look at this place. This is fascinating. Alright, let's check out the inside. This is now used by Frank's business, which he's been running here since the early 90s. But this place is just, you can tell it's fortified. It's kind of built into the side of a mountain. It had its own fresh water access, is that right?
It had holding tanks with a large amount of fresh water stored in case of a nuclear attack. The people that operated this facility would come in here, and they had food and water to sustain them for a period of time. I don't know how long it was.
Probably a very long time.
And all the toilets are on springs. And some of the electrical work is all on springs.
Springs? How does that work?
To take the shock of an explosion.
Oh, God.
And you wouldn't break the fittings for the plumbing or dislodge the electrical.
These are all used by his business nowadays. He's into vinyl.
Here's some of the springs.
Oh yeah, look at that. So in the case of blast, this thing would be kind of protected. It has its own suspension. I've never seen anything like that. So all of this stuff was here?
Yes.
Look at this stuff, straight out of the 50s. Straight out of a sci-fi movie.
In this next room, they had the 3 generators and provisions for a 4th.
I love how in those days they kind of drew the circuit down and put the switches all in place. It's very visual, very easy to understand.
There's another thing like this down the floor below. See, there's the springs too.
Oh yeah, more of those huge springs. So over here, this is one of those instructions you were talking about. To operate valve manually, open, disconnect. Oh, wow. And this is all on springs as well.
That's right.
And that instruction was left up there when you moved in. That's probably been up there since the 60s.
You got it.
Wow, look at this thing.
This is where the generators were.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's the footprint
Oh, yeah.
right there.
I wonder how much electricity they could generate.
They were 550 kilowatts each.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. They weighed 34,000 pounds.
And they were diesel powered?
Yeah. That's what the diesel tanks were outside.
Yeah.
And in each one of these cavities was a radiator, like your car radiator,
Mm-hmm.
a radiator for the diesels.
Mm-hmm.
And see the pipes up the top there?
Oh, yeah.
Those were the exhaust stacks.
So those generators, they were still operating when you moved in. They were still usable?
Operative.
Yeah.
They weren't operating, but they could run.
Yeah, and you found someone to actually come and haul them away?
Yeah, a guy from Rochester, New Hampshire, bought them, all three of them.
Wow.
See that? Those bags?
Oh, yeah?
They went all the way to the floor at one time. And behind there is a shaft for fresh air.
Ah.
And so that when they were in shutdown, the air would get pulled in through those bags, which would theoretically collect the
Filter it.
radiation.
That's crazy.
And this room had three huge squirrel cage blowers in it.
Wow. Oh, look at this.
See, those are the valves
Oh, yeah.
that you would open and open, and the air would come in and go through the filters.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And that would pick up all the radioactive elements, I guess?
I guess, I don't know. I think they were dreaming
Yeah.
the truth. But
Do you know where Nixon's daughter's room was in
Yeah.
here? Yeah?
I do.
Let's go take a look.
This was her room.
This was Nixon's daughter's room
Yeah.
in the event of nuclear war while she was at Smith College. No windows, but decent. It's like a dorm room, I'd say. Same amount of space. Was there any Nixon stuff left behind? That would have been
Just a
fascinating.
story, that's all we
Yeah.
ever got.
Wow. So there's a bathroom there. And you said 60 occupants could be in here when it
That's
was
what
operating?
The septic system was designed for 60 people.
Wow.
That's how I know.
Does that mean it could house 60 people, like, during a long period of nuclear fallout?
Right.
Wow. Can I just open the door?
You can, if you want to, go ahead. I mean, that doesn't bother me, but
Look at this. This is so cool. How creepy is this place? Look at this room right here. Some more of these old switchboards. Yeah, I love how they drew the circuit
yeah.
onto the switchboard like that. Makes it very easy to understand.
See, here are those big squirrel cage fans I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Upstairs.
Look
There's
at that.
more of them. There were a couple, see, refrigeration units. They're down there.
Yeah, look at this. Look at all of these. This is some 1950s paraphernalia right here. There are the diesel engines. Yep.
And the radiators I was telling you about. And then beyond there, up in that room, was the exhaust system and its valves.
In this room, there's a mural of what looks like Colorado. I guess if they were going to be down here for a year, they wanted some semblance of the outside world. What are all these? Circuit breakers?
Yeah, all electrical stuff. Huge.
These are some massive heavy-duty switches right here. Look at this thing. Wow.
They were running mercury vapor tubes in here. A lot of heat. And that was their challenge, is to get rid of the heat. So here's some squirrel cage fans in here.
Check this out. Oh,
Big
wow.
Condensers.
Wow, let me turn the light on. Look at these. Were all these left behind?
Yep.
What even is this stuff?
They used to fire them up like once a month or something. It's 70
Right.
all the time in here.
Nice.
But in the winter,
Oh, I'm sure.
costs us about $8,000 a year.
Wow. Wow. Is that not cool or what? I was telling Frank he should sell some of that Cold War equipment downstairs to Hollywood or something. I think they would make great movie props.
So come on in and I'll show you around.
He's willing to sell them, so if you're interested. But yeah, his business takes over the space now. And Frank, I just want to thank you a lot for showing me that. That was really cool.
My pleasure.
Like I was telling him, I grew up 2 towns over. I had no idea this was even here. Built into the side of the mountain like this. Built to house 60 people in the event of nuclear holocaust. And this is just an incredible facility. They spared no expense, clearly. So, yeah, that was very cool. Thank you again, Frank.
Awesome. Thank you.
How cool was that? I grew up 2 towns over, had no idea that thing was even there. I was telling Frank all that cool Cold War equipment, those big circuit breakers and computer systems downstairs. I bet there's people willing to pay good money for that stuff. Just make good movie props. For some reason, I could not fly my drone there. I could not get it to pair with my phone. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it's a beautiful day. Since I'm here in Chesterfield, I thought I'd go to the Chesterfield Gorge, which is just a couple miles down the street. Try flying my drone there. And there's a great long walking trail that goes all the way to the Nightville Dam. I think I'm gonna try to do that. Yeah, it's just a beautiful day for a hike. I swear the Chesterfield Gorge is cursed. Every time I come here, I have new problems. Today, I cannot pair my drone with my phone, so I can't fly it. I also can't pair my phone with my microphone, so I have to get up nice and close and personal with a mic to deal with all this rushing water in the background. But this is the Chesterfield Gorge. It's still a great place to come and think, you know, cursed or not. Maybe the thoughts it gives you are not good ones. The thoughts I just had for the past half hour or so were about the threat of nuclear holocaust. When I was a kid in the 80s growing up, you know, all the movies Red Dawn and stuff. Maybe we lost something culturally when we lost that ever-present, omnipresent, looming nuclear threat. You know what I mean? I don't know, just an idea. I'm gonna try to walk down this trail to the Nightville Dam as far as I can. Still have quite a few hours of daylight left. There's a site here marked Old Quarry. I guess I never noticed it before. I don't remember it. There is kind of a social path going off to the side here. Up behind this big pile of rocks, I don't see any evidence of digging. I do see some polar caves, though. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at this. How deep does that go? Not too deep. Oh, yeah, you can actually see daylight. I could crawl through that. Not crawling through that right now. I might be doing that soon, though. Someone reached out to me who runs a caving group, I guess, and invited me to join them for some cave exploration this summer. So I think I'm going to do that. No evidence of any digging or anything resembling a quarry that I can see, but I am kind of stuck on a ridge right here. I don't know if it comes through in the video, but it's like a 20-foot drop off. I can't find a path to get down. All right, I think I did see a path over here, something kind of natural, a crevice in this rock right here. If I can just step over this thing. I'm gonna try to film this whole thing, so if I die, it'll make for a great thumbnail. All right, actually, this worked out quite well. That was fun. Yeah, there we go. Did not break my leg. I'm really curious about what that old quarry is all about, but I did notice up here on the right some more polar caves. This one looks like you might actually go in a ways. Yeah, let's see. Is anything under there? Oh my god, yeah, that goes back. There's a whole cave network in this pile of boulders right behind me. Every time I come upon these things, I think of King Philip when I did that King Philip's Rock tour. Now, every time I see him, I just want to get inside him, see if there's any treasures in there. Is it just me, or is it getting dark? We still have 2 hours to go before sunset, but there's an ominous-looking cloud overhead, and I think I just heard thunder. I've been walking for like 2.5 hours now. It's raining all right. I have no rain protection whatsoever. I have a lot of paper and electronics back there. So I'm in a bit of a bind. I don't mind getting a little wet. I think I'll just keep my hoodie dry for as long as possible. Then when I'm thoroughly soaked, I'll just put that hoodie on, use that for some extra protection. Yeah, I guess I kind of went a little far and should have checked the weather today. I found some cover in a nice boulder cave right here by the side of the trail. Very peaceful, I have to say. It finally feels like the real spring right now. This is the April I remember. Temps in the 60s. Still no green leaves on all the maples or the elms or the oaks yet. It's coming. I think maybe like in 48 hours that could happen. Right now, I'm forcibly untethered. I get no cell service here at the gorge. I don't know if anyone does. I'm having phone problems all day today, but I am enjoying being untethered right now. It's 8 p.m. and there's still light in the sky, and it's 70 degrees. The light is just magical right now with the fog, the way it hangs over the road. It feels like I'm driving through a horror movie, but it's just the perfect vibe for it today. And right there out my left shoulder is the Peru Tower, which connected by a long underground cable to that bunker we were at today. Part of the same microwave at&t long lines network. I had to pull over at a gas station because I've got a new problem. Because why not? I checked the temperature on my freezer today and it was 54 degrees. Just checked it a little while ago. It was also 54 degrees last night when I put all my freshly cooked food in. I thought it would just take a while for the temperature to settle. I don't know what's going on. There might be like a metric to Fahrenheit conversion thing going on or something. So I bought a bag of ice just to add to the mix. I hope this even fits. But yeah, all that food I cooked, all that delicious food has been at exactly 54 degrees for 24 hours now. That can't possibly be good. I need to figure out what's wrong with this stupid thing. It's at 54 degrees. It definitely should not be at that. So I set temperature. And let's put it down to, let's do 33, just above freezing. Maybe that's causing a problem. I'll hit that. 33 Fahrenheit. All right, I feel like I've done that already. What else we got? Looks like I'll have another rainy night in the van. That'll be great. I love that white noise on the roof. Turns out I won't need to stealth camp tonight. A friend is offering me their driveway and some charge. I could definitely use it. I have not wired up my solar panels yet. The reason that project is on hold is because I need to buy more panels for one thing, like a couple more. That's a big purchase. I don't want to make that purchase yet because I made another big purchase for a bull bar and winch that I paid for like 2 months ago. And I don't know where it is. It's still being made. It's still out on order. I'm hesitant to put down another couple grand on another big order until I get that in. When I do and that's squared away, I'm going to buy 2 more solar panels and a couple more panels to flat out that roof. And then I will wire the whole thing up. I just don't want to get ahead of myself on that because the gauge of the wire that I use to run into the van is dependent on my final solar panel array. Yeah, it's nice to get charged tonight and not have to lug around my big battery. I lugged it into Dunkin' Donuts this morning, charging it so I can transfer the charge. And a bunch of people came in and saw my van and said hi to me. So I guess I'm earning a reputation. Everyone knows I drive Route 9 back and forth all the time. That's okay though, you know, I love meeting subscribers. Happened a couple times. And the gentleman who showed me that bunker today is a subscriber as well. He told me about another cool YouTube channel. Someone who lives in a houseboat. I might check that out. That bunker was cool as hell today. I'm a little worried that my microphones weren't working. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I can't pair it with my microphone or my drone. 2 electrical problems I'll have to deal with. It's never-ending problems in here. And the fridge, so 3 electrical problems I have right now. And the unfinished solar panels, so 4 electrical issues I have to work out. As I was saying, I bought this bull bar and winch through a company called Illuminous. I put down a huge deposit, like $5,000. This thing is very fancy. I've been saving up for it. That was back on March 4th. It's now April 20th. I feel like it's been long enough. I just haven't heard anything. Like, it bothers me. I ordered it through a shop. I didn't order it myself. The shop ordered it. I wish they were a little more communicative of what the status of that is. So, like, any big purchases are on hold until I get that squared away. You know what I mean? But the solar panel thing will happen. Trust me. I just need, I don't know, in May. Fingers crossed. Anyway, this was a cool adventure today. I want to do more of this type of stuff. There's a lot of stuff opening up now that it's spring, that the roads have cleared. I'm just so happy about it. Alright, thanks for watching this adventure. I'll be doing more stuff soon. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.